Hello, Cameron here from GameDay Men's Health Louisville. Today, we have a conversation with Nikki and Jason from Fit Body Bootcamp. We're going to go over hormones, healthy habits, and everything else in between. I hope you enjoy the conversation.
Health and fitness in my body when it relates to as you age, right? Didn't learn any. I had to go and study that myself. Like either that's your focus in college, and if it's not your focus in college, you're not going to get it there either. So you have to actually go out and investigate and learn those things yourself. And if I had known this when I was 19 years old, I could have been a whole different person from between 19 and 35 when I decided to start looking into that. And I think that's where we're lacking, is we're not teaching fundamentally how to do that with our children, and they don't know that. They don't know that. And I can see a difference in my kids now and the choices they make to work out, the choices that they make to eat, just because they've seen it from me now. I didn't see that in my parents, but I've made that choice to learn that, and me and my wife preach that now, and now we see that relaying into our kids. So if we can start somewhere, because I don't think you can get into every home, but I think you can get into every kid and help maybe change the next generation by doing that.
Yeah. No, I know when I was younger, my dad went to the YMCA, and I would like go sometimes when I was old enough. I'd walk in the gym with him while he would go in the YMCA and work out, and then brother and sister would go in the big playground. And I'm noticing it like as generation gets older. Not to say it's like, oh, I'm getting old or whatever, but people aren't outside as much anymore.
They're not.
Like, I feel like my generation, and I'm like 1999, so it was like the last one that like, oh, I was like walking through the neighborhood at like 10 o'clock at night, just running around for fun, and it was like normal. We just had a good time.
No, they don't do that anymore. What's funny is, so I've got a 19-year-old son, and with his generation that we've noticed, and I've seen a trend that they don't even care about getting their license to drive anymore because they don't have anywhere they have to go. You can have everything literally delivered into your lap these days. So anything that you want. And then to see their friends, like that was my motivation. Like you wanted to go out with your friends, you wanted to get away from home. And now they can just log in or call them or FaceTime them or whatever, on their games. They don't have to go anywhere to do anything. And they don't want to. So yeah, he waited several years to get his license when he could have had it sooner, but he didn't care, and a lot of his friends are like that too.
I do think the number one enemy in our society, in this country, is convenience. Yeah. Everything's so convenient and easy. We don't have to do anything. We don't want to go to the grocery. We don't have to. We don't want to go out to eat. We don't have to. It can be delivered. We don't want to cook. We don't have to. We don't want to clean our house. We don't have to. People come do it for you now. It's like everything that was from our generation, like fundamentally, you had to work hard. You had to do this. You had to go out and earn whatever it is you wanted to earn. Now it's all kind of like just conveniently given. You don't even have to like go to work now. You can just work from home, right? Like that's the society, and it's even gotten worse since the pandemic, where now everyone works from home. They don't even have to go to an office. You don't even have to put clothes on. You can sit in your pajamas and play on your computer.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but the convenience it's great because it makes it easier to be successful. But you're still not going to be successful without that hard work ethic. And I think that's what's lacking in our society, is like the convenience factor. It's so easy to do everything that no one wants to actually work hard and do anything.
Yeah. Well, there's almost this is debatable with some people, but people say as years have gotten on, testosterone levels in men have gone down, and it keeps declining every year. And not saying that I see it, but I do notice a lot of people nowadays, especially younger guys, don't have as many masculine qualities or traditional qualities of like emotionally, opening doors for women, treating people a certain way, and then also in the front of like that, good aggression. Like when you are a man, or in certain areas, like it's good to be aggressive and go out and do things and explore and like find this and like have that hands-on
like all
feeling.
Boy, basically. Yeah.
Like a boy type thing. And as we lose that, work reflects it, society reflects it, everything starts to reflect that, like, oh, there's not that positive aggression anymore. And I notice it just with, and I, not calling out anyone, but like, let's say my younger sisters and, certain guys they might bring home, and I'm like, where's the, I'll be like, hey,
open the door for her.
Yeah. I'll open the door for her, and like, they'll hear my voice, and I'll be like, when I was your age, I sounded just like this.
When I was your age. Yeah. Wait till you're our age. Yeah.
Dude, and my dad's voice is already deep. So it's, my grandpa's is even deeper. So I just know as I get older, it's gonna deepen. And then no one's gonna understand what I'm saying anymore. She's like, why are you mumbling all the time? I'm not mumbling, my voice is just deep. I promise. But have you guys encountered like with the younger generation, are they finding interest in your stuff, by the way?
Well, what's interesting is, so our target market, our Mrs. Jones, if you will, is anywhere from like 35 to 55 and up for our regular boot camp, and then of course 55 and up for our Fit Body Forever program. But we do have younger ones, but the majority of our clientele fall between, the 35 to 55 range.
Yeah.
And then the younger ones that come in are typically because a mom or somebody that they know, they come in groups, but our type of workout also, and the community aspect of it is different too, so it doesn't necessarily draw in, and we're not marketing to the younger people. But when they come, they love it. We have athletes that come from college, and they're like, oh, this is no big deal. And they do our workout and they die because it's just different. You know what I mean? So, but the majority of our clientele does fall between that range.
Yeah. And even in like the med spa industry, it's the same thing. But in my head, like I'm kind of an anomaly because I'm younger, but I do everything.
Right.
I probably started it like 2 years ago. I was like, I'm gonna start getting like vitamin injections, like get blood work done, start testing things. Because I don't know why people just don't want to take advantage of their health while they're younger. They don't have to. They don't see it. Well, because and those like it's your foundation. It's like, all right, we're building a house. Why not have a really strong house?
Right.
Versus like I already have a wooden house, and now I'm gonna try to fill in the cracks.
Right.
Like, no, you still got a wooden house. Like we still got 20 years we got to somehow fix right now. So it's great to have, like you said, the moms coming in and kids seeing that, so they can be like, all right, I have something to look forward to. But it's almost like an industry question. If it would be better that we still marketed to that younger demographic, even though from a business standpoint, it maybe doesn't make the most sense business wise.
Right.
But society wise, if we put more energy into like pushing that on younger demographics of like, no, all these health things, it's not just for people who are older. This is a now thing.
Right.
And you can start when you're 20 and you're kind of like, grooming them in a nice way of like, health is awesome and fitness is great and you can be a part of it whenever, not when you're getting older.
It's their priorities too. But then also you have to think about social media and what a lot of the younger generation, what they see isn't necessarily, they want the instant gratification also. You know what I mean? They don't want to put in the work and the time. They don't see the benefit because it's not tomorrow that they're going to look the way that they want to look or feel the way that they want to feel, So it's also, I think, just comes with maturity and knowing and having your expectations in the right place too, that it takes time. And this is something that's forever, not just for now. And it can't just be like, oh, I'm going to wake up and work out and tomorrow I'm going to have the body of my dreams, So anyway, I just think that that's probably part of it as well.
Yeah. And everything takes time. Even with hormone therapy, like you don't get one shot and everything gets better the next day.
Right.
It's all right, you start to feel it 2-3 weeks in, gets a little better. Even if you start a new medication, like things have to acclimate. Your body just doesn't like do fast switches like that.
Right.
I mean, anything you've done, think about, you run a marathon, you're recovering for like a week after that.
Right.
It's not like, I'm fine.
But also the time it takes to train up to be able to run that marathon.
Yeah, I can't run for anything. Anybody who runs that long shocks me. I ran a 5K and about died. And I was like, I don't know how you guys do it.
No.
Beats me.
No thanks.
I'm not a runner myself.
And and done. One and
It's
done.
hard.
It's a different mentality, I think, but if that's what they enjoy doing and it works for them, that's what I tell people all the time. If running's your thing, run.
Yeah.
If lifting weights is your thing, lift weights. If high intensity workouts is your thing, do that. Like, find what you like to do. And if you find something that you enjoy doing and have fun doing, you're going to sustain that longer term. And if you sustain it, you're going to get results from it. Like, it doesn't matter what genre of the fitness world you want to go into, whether it's cycling, lifting, biking, whatever. If you enjoy doing that, you'll do it for a long enough time to see an outcome from it. If you hate it every time you walk into the gym, what's the point, right? If you're going to hate it every time you do it, find something you like and do that's active. And I think you'll find a lot more sustainability in that, which is really what it's about. It's not about lifting weights for 6 weeks and seeing a little bit of gains and then quitting, because guess what happens? You lose what you got.
Yeah.
So I preach sustainability to people all the time. Like, if you walk into Fit Body and you love it, great. But if you hate it every time you walk in there, why are you paying the money to come? Because you're never going to do it long enough to stick around to see the outcome and keep coming. Not that we don't want clients, but we want people who love when they come in there. It creates a great culture, it creates a great vibe, and it creates sustainability, which is where they're going to see the results from. So I think that's the answer to anyone who like wants to get healthy. Like, find something you enjoy doing activity-wise and do that. Whether it's playing basketball, tennis, whatever. What's the new thing with the
Pickleball.
Pickleball, yeah. Like, if that's your thing and you're active playing pickleball 5 or 6 days a week, you're going to see some results from it. Not only is it fun, but like, you're going to actually get some calorie burn and see yourself feeling better and looking better from that. Like, do something you enjoy. You can do all those things and still work out too. But I think that's the big key, is like, people think that they hate working out, but they just haven't found what genre of working out looks like for them yet.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people all the time, like, I lift heavy circles up and down. Like, I'm crazy. Nothing that I do makes sense. All this fitness stuff, nothing I do really makes sense. But it's just, what style do you want to do?
Right.
Do you want to hit a ball back and forth? Do you want to pick up a heavy rock? Like,
right.
It's all for you. And you can kind of figure it out. So, like, kind of what you were just saying, I feel like a lot of the time people make the change when they change their identity. It's kind of when someone's a smoker and they're like, oh, I'm not a smoker anymore. Like, they identify as, I'm not that thing. And that's when the change starts to happen. So whenever someone's like, oh, I'm not, eating junk food anymore. Like, I care about my body. They'll start to say things that identify with those positive habits.
Absolutely.
And that tends to help the most. In your head, what do you think is the perfect scenario for someone to, like, make the change? Like, when do you see someone, you're like, okay, you're actually ready to, like, make a change in your life?
Oh, that's a good question. And just doing this for so long, like, when somebody.
Yeah, you look at them and you're like, oh, you're gonna.
Like, you just know, because we've got people, like, for instance, we've got something, it's our nutrition program called Boot Camp Plus. And there are people that hop onto it, hop off of it, hop onto it, and it's like, they're just running on this hamster wheel over and over. It's like, you're not getting what you want because you're not willing to cut ties with X, Y, and Z that's getting you. It's like the definition of insanity, right? It's like doing the same things over and over again, but expecting different results, But you see the switch flip in their head and their actions and the way that they approach things, And I think what it is that it stops to being a chore and something that they have to do. And then this lifestyle turns into something that they get to do, And you look at it as, okay, I know that I'm doing this for the way that I feel and for my life long term, and not just for the way that I'll look in the mirror or a 3-digit number on a scale, And I think that's it. It has to be something deeper than what you see on the outside. It's got to come from inside. I always say all the time, fitness and taking care of yourself and this healthy lifestyle, it has physical aspect is what's reflected on is a reflection of what's on the inside, and you have to get your head and your heart right first before any of that will start to show, because if you don't, then you'll just keep going back and resorting back to these habits that may not be serving you well, but it's your comfort place, no matter what that is. So it's just breaking ties with who you used to be, and like you said, identifying with being this new person or having this new mindset, making that shift.
Yeah. I like to sum it up in like the word belief. Like, you can see that come across members' faces sometimes when they come in. They're like, I don't know if this is really going to work, or if it's really for me. And then in the workout, I may challenge them to go a little bit heavier in the weight, or I may challenge them to do a push-up from instead of their knees on their toes, or do something, and then they realize that they can. And then it's that moment where you see it click in their face. That, oh my God, I can do that. I didn't know I could do that, and I can. And now they're like, okay. Like, it's almost like it's an instant, like they start to believe in themselves a little bit more. And then they do something else a little bit out of their comfort zone. They believe a little bit more. And that belief is written all over their face. And that's probably my favorite thing about coaching, is to see that.
Absolutely.
Like, when someone does something, they're like, oh man, like, I never thought I could do that. And then they do it, and it's like, it's a light bulb goes off in their head, and they're like, now I know what it takes to keep making progress, right? Now I got to believe in myself a little bit more. I got to challenge myself a little bit more in this area, and then they can take that same thing that they just learned in their workout and apply it to their nutrition now. Okay, well, I'm not really a healthy eater. I really don't like this, but I'm going to try this. Oh, well, that's not so bad, right? Like broccoli, for instance. Like, I never liked broccoli my whole life, but I'm going to try it and cook it this way or a different way. And now all of a sudden I like it. Now that's just another habit that they've incorporated through belief. And I think that's where it starts. But someone's got to be first willing to try before they can believe, right? And that's our job as coaches, to get them to try something different. And I think that's where the light bulb goes off.
Yeah, absolutely. For anybody who doesn't like broccoli, which I hated broccoli forever, my sister turned me on to broccolini.
Okay.
Changed the world, especially.
It's better for you too.
Well, put it in a pan and then put some like avocado oil on top of it and turn like little broccoli chips.
Pepper.
Oh yeah. I was like, this is amazing. Somebody just hated the texture of it, but like little secret for everybody. If you want to eat your vegetables.
I tell them all the time, your taste buds regenerate every 14 days. That doesn't mean that if you don't like broccoli today, in 14 days, you're going to like it. But what that means is as you start to clean up your palate, you start to clean up your choices and you get some of the processed garbage out of your diet, then your taste will change. You will start to crave the things that your body was made to actually crave. So it makes a difference. It does.
No, absolutely. Now, one of the things that was just mentioned really quickly is like that 3-digit number on a scale. And with so many people that get into fitness, that's all they care about.
That's all they care about.
And I tell people that is like the last thing you should ever focus on, because you have muscle mass, you have visceral fat, you have brown fat. There's so many different things within your body that will fluctuate, and then water weight, which is totally relevant. And I'm like, that number is irrelevant. So people come to us a lot and they'll get on GLP-1s, like semaglutide, all that stuff. And I'm like, these are great tools. They will absolutely help you with caloric restriction, with cravings, everything on that front. What we need to monitor is your muscle mass.
Right.
Because if you go from eating 5,000 calories a week and getting, your 200 grams of protein on that 5,000 calories, you have enough to sustain your body with muscle mass. If you go from that to 2,000 calories and now you're eating 50 grams of protein, you're going to lose a lot of muscle mass really quick. So that's something that people need to be, monitoring. And I tell everybody, if you're coming into game day, fit body, no matter what, don't look at that number. It doesn't matter. Like, I want to lose 30 pounds. I'm like, why?
Why 30 pounds? Where did that number come from?
If we could keep you at the same weight you're at right now, but you feel and look different, wouldn't you be happy with that?
Yeah.
But a lot of people, it's a society thing that's happened since back in the 70s. That was the thing. It used to be, how much do you weigh versus how tall you are, and you're on this obesity chart now, right? Which we now know is BS, right? It doesn't necessarily mean anything based upon your height and your weight. It's dependent upon your body fat, your muscle mass, right? So if we know that now, like that's what I go back to. Why aren't we educating people that way? Because we're still not. Like, it's not being educated to people that way. Yeah. It's all about losing weight. I'm on this shot and I lost 15 pounds. That's the commercial you'll see when they advertise for it. It's not about I'm getting healthier, or it's just about losing weight. And the weight is just gravitational pull on your body. That's it. That's how we measured it. That's how we measured it since the 1940s or whatever it was, when a scale was probably invented to measure body weight. Like, so it's so outdated, and we just don't, we as a society haven't been educating people to get to the point where, like, to know that stuff.
I knew BMI was messed up when I went to the doctor's one day, and he was like, technically you're morbidly obese. And I'm like, I go to the gym 6 days a week and I'm like stronger than 0.01% of the population. This ain't right.
I learned that in the military, because every time we would have a PT test, they would measure your weight and height, and they would have to, what they call, tape you out, because if you're overweight compared to where you should be on their little chart, your BMI was too high. So then they'd have to measure your biceps and your legs and your waist and make sure that you measured out, or taped out as they called it, to make sure that you were fit. Like, I just did 200 push-ups and, ran 2.5 miles in 12 minutes. And you need to put a tape measure around my leg to tell me that I'm fit.
Right.
But that's just the standard. That's just the way it was forever. And that's the way it still is. It needs to, and that's the problem, is we need to start to change and educate society on what the real standard should be, or new standards should be.
Yeah. I think it's more about what you can do versus even more what you look like or anything. Like, if you can, because your mind's going to play tricks on you. Like, there's so many girls I know, especially nowadays, guys, everybody, they're like, oh, I'm small, or I'm fat. I'm like, you're not fat. You're literally 120 pounds. I'm like, there's no way you're fat. But everyone has all these thoughts. And I'm like, if you focus more on what you can do, like, oh, I can run 5 miles. I can do 200 push-ups. I can do this thing. Like, if people that are overweight can't do that, then you're in shape.
Right.
Like, you're doing good. Like, don't worry so much about these ideas of what you should look like, or what the number on the scale should be. Like, no, you're healthier. Like, your blood pressure is great. You have good fasted glucose. Like, you're doing awesome.
Let's start thinking about it from the inside out again. Like, are we metabolically healthy? What kind of shape is our heart in? Yes. What's your fasting glucose level? How does your body metabolize what you're putting into it? How does it turn it into energy? What's it using it for? Is it storing it, or is it actually being put to good use. You know, you're absolutely right. We actually we have a scale at Fit Body called the InBody scale, which measures your body fat percentage and your muscle mass. And our members use it to prove that point exactly. You know, it's like, okay, look at the 3-digit number, but that's not the number that we care about. We care about what your body fat percentage is. Is it within this range? And what's your muscle mass? Because as you're going down this journey, yes, it is normal to lose a little bit of lean mass if you're on a weight loss program. However, you don't want to see that trend go down, down, down. You want to sustain and maintain what you've worked so hard for. But then that also goes to fueling it appropriately, giving it the right nutrients, you know. And then if you are using some of these peptides and supplements like the GLP ones, nothing wrong with that because it's another tool in the tool belt, but it cannot be the only thing. And I think that's the problem that we've come to as a society is that, again, the convenience factor. We want that quick fix, but we don't want to change our lifestyle. We want our lifestyle or those things to adapt to what we're doing currently, you know? And so it's just, that's where we all come into play, where we can all work together because we all want the same result. We want everybody to live their best life, to feel amazing and to live forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long, you know, the goal is not to end up in a nursing home, you know?
Yeah.
The goal is to be 120 years old and live every single day to the best that we can, right? And feel good about it. So we're all in this together, and we have to work together to teach people that, yeah, you can have these quick tools or these tools in your tool belt, like the semaglutides and all that. But also you need to be working out, maintaining your muscle, eating the right way, drinking your water, getting your sleep, all the things. It all goes together.
Those are huge. I mean, one of the most interesting things that guys on TRT, I mean, what I've noticed is too, we could be in a cut or a caloric deficit, quote unquote, and still retain the muscle mass. And that's the beautiful thing about having optimized hormones is that in today's society, you know, a lot of times like people got really conditioned to like, oh, I'm going to have to lose muscle mass. Like I want to cut or whatever. I'm like, no, you can actually put on muscle. And I've proven that with like some of my experience from like, oh no, I lost, you know, 5% body fat and put on 5 pounds of muscle in a month, which insane, but your body can do crazy things.
You can do crazy
things. And especially
things.
if you're optimized to everything, like your IGF-1 levels, your testosterone, everything, you can do it. But like you said, it's not just that. It's that and everything else.
Right.
And that's how you get those crazy results.
Right.
You can tell people like, hey, if you say, I'm not going to look in the mirror for 6 months, but I'm going to do everything right. I'm gonna eat right. I'm going to do my shots right. I'm everything. You look in the mirror and not recognize who you are. You can get a lot done.
Right. Absolutely. And you were referring to men, but that applies to women also.
Everybody. With
testosterone and everything, you know, because it works the same in them. Not as much, obviously, but it works the same way for women too. A lot of women don't realize that testosterone plays a factor in their own health as well.
Oh, yeah. And estrogen, well, even for men, estrogen's not bad. Like everyone's like, oh, estrogen's a female hormone. No. The testosterone and estrogen are both male and female hormones.
Yep.
You even go in like
amounts.
biological thing, like we're all girls at birth, and then your genetic code. I'm like, technically, if you want to look at the biology here, I mean, it doesn't really matter. People are pretty crazy in general. I mean, it's the whole. I remember the first time I was in like biology class, we like walked through the whole process of that. And I was like,
were you in denial?
I was like, what? I'm like, no, I'm a dude. Then I learned more and more, and I'm like, dang, genetics, that's annoying.
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun to learn more and more because the more knowledge you have, the more power you have.
Absolutely.
And the better decisions you can make.
Yeah. And it's fun to biohack kind of, you know, because as I mentioned earlier, we're all an N of one. So what works for me isn't going to work for anybody else, you know, as it shouldn't. So it's fun to play around with the different tools and things. And that's why I think people get so like, they put on the blinders and they get so caught up in, oh, well, this is what this influencer said, or this is what this Instagram post said, or this is what so-and-so said. And it's like, they might say that because it worked for them, but all the diets work. You know what I mean? All the exercise modalities work, you know, just like Jason was saying. It's just finding what works for you. And really, you know, when it comes down to it, and another reason why Fit Body is so successful is because, again, all the nutrition works, all the different diets, you know, keto, low carb Atkins, all paleo, whatever, all the exercise, all of it. It's the community aspect. You know, what is going to keep you doing it the longest and keep you interested the longest, and what feels the best for your body. You know, we're all different.
Yeah, you decrease the barrier to entry.
Correct.
So, like you said, the best diet is the diet you can stay consistent with.
Yeah.
The one that you can do every day. That's why I try to, for my own personal diet, I'm like, I eat the same thing every single day, and I'll cook for dinner, and then lunch is kind of just, you know, whatever's the healthiest option around. It's like, if it's core life, it's core life. It's fine. Like, you don't have to be super anal about everything, because if you do, then you start to lose the joy in it, and then you'll binge and do other things. It's like, no, just do what works. If everything else is fine, if everything else is working, you're losing weight, you're getting strong, all the things, who cares?
Right.
Your blood work's great. Have fun.
You feel good.
The cookie's not going to kill you.
No, it's not. It's not. And it really is. It's about balance. The 80-20 rule, balance and harmony. You know what I mean? Being okay with that. And, you know, but again, that's addressing the thing that's going on in your head and your heart before it's reflected on the outside. You know, you got to get that right first.
Yeah.
So,
it really, it's all mental. I mean, so Jason, since I know you started TRT recently, how has your mental health changed since then?
Well, one, I've been sleeping better, which is awesome. So that definitely helps with your mental health.
Yeah.
So that's been a big benefit there. And I just have a more positive outlook about it. Less things, like I'm not short-tempered. That was kind of like probably a preconceived notion that I had about TRT, was like, is it going to make me even more short-tempered? If my testosterone goes up, am I going to be like on edge or angry, or like, you know, how that's just kind of the predisposed mindset that I had about it. But it's not that, right? It's, you feel better. Like, so I've definitely had a more positive outlook, less stress, and I feel like nothing bothers me anymore, or like it used to. Like, I was always on edge before. Now things that would normally set me off just doesn't bother me at all. I can just let it roll off my back and go on about my day. So I have noticed a huge impact in that, which changes your mindset throughout the day. It keeps you positive. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you doing and making the right choices, so you don't get mad and be like, okay, I had a bad day today, I'm all mad, so I'm gonna go home and eat my feelings away or drink them away, or whatever you know your vice is for that. So that's been another positive outlook of it. Not only the muscle gain, not only sleeping better, but feeling mentally more clear, thinking better, just being back to feeling like I was a few years ago, which is awesome.
And then are you married?
Yes.
Do you feel like it's positively impacted your relationship as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So we communicate more. Like I said, when I come home, I'm more energetic and I have more energy to talk and communicate. Me and my wife are on kind of like opposite schedules. So like when she's wanting to go, I was always wanting to go to bed. She works night shift and I'm like an early riser. But now when I get home from work and she's go, I can still go and keep up and talk and have the energy to do whatever, or go out to dinner and have those moments and stuff like that. So it's been a game changer in all areas of my life, honestly. Started it because I wanted to see more gains in the workouts, but it's benefited me emotionally, physically, mentally, you know, all the way through. Like, I want better for myself now, going back to how I felt before.
Yeah. People definitely get confused on what like hormone therapies do to people. And like I try to tell people, it's like estrogen is the thing that makes you really moody, by the way. It's not testosterone. Testosterone is very like, this is what it is. It's done. You're assertive. You also don't get as bothered. You're like, doesn't matter. Like, this isn't the issue right now. It's when the other hormones get out of whack, that's when you start to like be really moody and get really stressed out. And you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And I mean, I'm sure, and women can attest to this because you guys go through your cycles and you think about, okay, when are people moody? Guys have a 24-hour cycle.
Right.
Girls don't have a 24-hour cycle.
That's not, yeah.
And it's I mean, I have to know this very well.
You do.
I have to understand it.
It's true.
But when you understand that, you're like, oh, okay, I start to understand, like, you know, learning more about how women's hormones work will also help you understand your own hormones as a male. Then you can do the correlations like, oh, okay, if this is happening, then, you know, I had this on 24 hours. This is why this is happening on not 24-hour cycle. And you start to understand things more. But I started TRT. Everything that you just said happened to me. I was like, I have energy again. I want to go out and talk to people. Like, I like want to go do things because I had zero energy to do anything beforehand. And I'm still younger, so it's like, oh, why'd you need TRT younger? Everyone's different, so genetically. So, to say the least, I think everyone should go get their blood work done, man or woman.
Absolutely.
I don't care who you are, even age. Like, if we started stuff earlier, like, think how many diseases we could catch. Right. If we was like, oh, we're going to start doing routine blood work at 18.
Well, then you have a base too. You know, a lot of people don't have that base. Like, well, is this normal for you? Maybe, I don't know, because I didn't find this until I was 45 years old, and it might be that I was like this at 35 and 30 and 25 as well. So that also makes a difference.
And you can catch the Like if you have high blood pressure, it's a lot of stress on your kidneys. If you would have caught that 10 years earlier, I mean, kidney function could be improved. And if kidney function is improved, then like everything else is better systemically. So it's like, let's catch these things early. So even if, you know, for people who don't even want to do hormones or anything, whatever, just get blood work done for general health.
Right.
Like, see, like, it'd be cool too to see if you're unhealthy. Like, if someone came in the fit body before anything for their fitness journey, did that, got their blood work done, got a whole thing of like, this was me before.
Right.
And this is me now.
That's what we're aiming for. And that was part of our collaboration, if you will. You know, we want to be the whole package, but again, you can't be everything for everybody. So this is our specialty, and like GameDay and Beauty Bar and Restore, everybody has their specialty, but we can all work together to help somebody find their perfect being, you know, to feel amazing. And that's our ultimate goal.
Yeah. Because I don't feel like there's not enough in Louisville right now where it's like health-centered things,
right? Like
seminars or communities that's like, you know, still really knowledgeable about everything, not pushing an agenda.
Right.
It's
no,
like,
the agenda is health, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, we're not just trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the goal here is just to live longer and be healthier. And like this, from even science and everything else, this is just what works. You don't have to do it, but it'd be good to know about it because it took me forever to find out about this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I would have.
Or just finding people that you trust also. You know what I mean? That's the other thing. It's like somebody's always trying to sell you something, you know? It's like, and you want to trust that the people that you're going to know what they're talking about as well, you know?
Well, and do it too.
And do it too. Practice what you preach, 100%.
That's a huge part.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I thought you were going to say something for a second. I was like, oh, you had an idea.
No, I'm
Well, okay, so
right along with you. Like if you're not doing what you're saying you're telling someone else to do, not only you're not authentic, but it's like, why are you telling them to do something you don't even know if it works now because you've never tried it? So you've got to at least be in the game if you're going to try to teach someone to do something.
Well, and you get a different kind of conviction in your eye when you're like, I do it and I'm telling you to do it because I love it, versus like, you should try this thing out. I've never done it, but like it works.
Right.
Right.
Well, and it's funny that you say that because we have a lot of members that come in and they'll say, okay, you're telling us to do this, but what do you do? It's like, this is what we do. Like, this is my workout every day. This is what I eat. This is what I do, or at least strive to anyway, you know? So anyway.
That's always a fun conversation. Same deal. No matter where you're at, people are going to look at you and be like, are you doing this too?
Right.
Like, is this really what's happening?
This is just your job. Yeah. It's like, promise.
Like Scouts Honor.
Yeah.
I'm doing it too.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So the event is January 15th.
Right.
6:30 to 8.
Yep.
Right. We'll have Restore, GameDay, Beauty Bar, and then was that it?
And us, Fit Body.
And Fit Body.
At
We're
Fit Body.
just gonna talk.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. Health and hormones. Yeah.
All the goodies.
Yeah.
Are
It's
you
gonna be amazing?
Now, what is Fit Body going to talk about?
I think that we're hosting it, obviously. I think the majority of it is going to be you guys talking about what you can offer, because I think most of the people in attendance are going to be Fit Body members, although we want anybody in the community to come, you know. But I think it's more obvious what we're there for. You know, we're there for the nutrition and the exercise. But it's like, what does it mean when they come to you guys? Like, what are you offering and how can you help them in their health journey? And I think that's the big question, because there are so many things out there, you know. We're pretty cut and dry, you know. So we're going to be talking about how, even if you are already on the peptide journey or taking the supplements or the testosterone or what have you, why does it matter that you still focus on your nutrition and your exercise and your movement? You know, why does it matter if a pill or a potion or a shot's going to do it for me? It's like, no, that's not the whole picture.
Yeah. There needs to be a good baton handoff.
Yes.
Which I try to work on all the time, but there's so many like stipulations and things get hard to be like, hey, this is Susie from here. I want her to talk to you guys. Here's a group chat. Go here.
Absolutely.
And like, you go, oh my gosh, here's another thing. And like, you can keep handing the baton to be like, all right, now you have your car. You have those 4 tires that you're talking about of like the pillars of health. And now they have all the tools they need.
Yeah. You're inflated.
You're inflated. You're going. I mean, the amount of times people come back to me and still ask, even though they sign up, let's say someone buys into something, they'll come back and be like, oh wait, so what do I do? And I'm like, you bought in and didn't even like, you should have just asked me everything up front before you do it. But people will always act first and then ask questions later, and they'll keep asking.
Yeah.
So if we can keep providing them good information of like, this is how you're going to do it.
Right. Just give them a game plan, you know. And we actually have kind of a slightly different perspective because we do see people that are doing all the right things. You know, they're exercising, they're sleeping, or at least, you know, they say they are, you know, but I mean, for the most part, but then they're still stuck. So we know that they need that little boost from what it is that you guys offer, you know? And so I think that's another reason why this blends so well.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun finding partnerships that can help each other out in that way, especially because it's best for the customer.
Right.
It's best for the family, the community, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's what we're all here for. I mean, no matter what you do, you work in the service industry, just depending on who you're serving.
Sure.
So we're serving other people every day to make them feel better, to help them reach their goals. And if we can do that, then our job's done.
Right. Absolutely.
You feel good.
And we feel good about it because we know it's the right thing, you know, absolutely.
Yeah. Like we said earlier, it's you wake up every day and you're like, I'm doing what I align with. Feels right.
Correct.
So do you guys have any like closing thoughts for Fit Body? You want to just do little shout outs or anything?
Gosh.
I will just say from a perspective, from a man's perspective anyways, knowing to work out, knowing to eat right, and still feeling stuck, like you just said a minute ago, like what other options are out there. And I think us educating our members on what other options are out there to push past that plateau or push past that stuck point is going to be huge for them to see results. So I think this whole idea is awesome for that, because people just don't know what's out there for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for coming on.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll do it again sometime.
Okay. Thank you, Cameron.
Great.